Just thinking about loneliness and how I don't feel lonely right now, but it's something I have felt probably since I became an adult. I felt loneliness since I moved out on my own when I was an adult, about 18, when I was in grade 12. I moved out, and it was kind of the first time in my life I felt like I didn't necessarily have anyone to connect to. And when that gravity hits you in your life, it's kind of a sinking feeling in your gut and in your chest. And it goes away when you've kind of done what's necessary to fill your life up with busyness, or seasons come and go at work, or if you have good connections with people or a group of people, it doesn't have necessarily a chance to hit you again. But for me, I think it hit me quite a bit as I was single, living alone up north, and working alone, and not necessarily having enough people in my day-to-day life to feel like into me they see, like intimacy is into me you see. And if you don't have intimacy in your life, that gravity of that loneliness, I think, can hit you pretty hard. And then even if you do have intimacy in your life, but there's areas of your life where you don't have needs met, like there's an important thing to have friends, there's an important thing to have a husband, there's an important thing to have parents, and we have all these relational needs at different levels. So if you're missing a parent, or you're missing a friend but you have a spouse, or you don't have a spouse but you have friends, those different relational areas where you have those needs, you can be vulnerable to that gravity kind of coming and hitting you again, that loneliness. But I think the most important thing is to not give up hope, and to try to cultivate new connections with people, and or try and connect with people that you've lost connection with. Reconciliation. Yeah, I think in our modern day and age, 2020, we are a very lonely culture in the West here in Canada and the United States. Much more facade orientated. They'll show you the outside of their lives, like through Instagram or whatever they're willing to present, but they don't necessarily let you inside to see who they really are, or what they're really going through, or what they're thinking, until you've earned that trust. And most people don't maybe hang out close enough or long enough to get that kind of connection going on. And that's why I think so many people are feeling insignificant, or unloved, or unknown, or like not. And we all have a need to feel significant in this world, and that we're doing something significant, that we're progressing, and that people even know about it or celebrate that part of what we're doing in life. And even if you are doing significant stuff and you have no one to show that you are, like Van Gogh, it doesn't matter. He's doing significant work, but no one alive around him in his life was there to really know him and know what he was going through. And he needed those connections. I think Van Gogh, part of the reason why he's so popular isn't just his paintings, but because of his story of his loneliness. People connect with that. I just hope they don't take the same destructive route he took. Because of it, that pain, you know? His brother loved him. His brother's wife loved him, and that's why his paintings are known. Because his brother's wife, she stewarded his paintings really well and let the world know who he was and what his work was of his life, right? If you're feeling lonely, I just pray that you never lose hope. Know that Jesus accepts you. If you're feeling rejected, if you're feeling unwanted or insignificant, those are lies. God has made you a very significant person. There's just many days in a lifetime, and it takes a long time sometimes for us to find our home, find our connections. Be vulnerable enough to put yourself out there and risk being hurt in order to be known. You gotta love people's humanity, and people have to love your humanity, because we all have our own little things. None of us are perfect little robots that are easy to get along with. We all have our ups and our downs and our emotional states, and we need to be known, and we have deficiencies, and there's strengths and weaknesses in every personality type. And that's the beauty of getting to know people in this world. There's lots of people to get to know on lots of different levels. You can play games with people, athletic games, board games. You can have deep philosophical discussions with people. You can have political conversations just to connect. You can go to church. So I hope that you can get connected, feel connected and loved, and know that you're a significant person, and you're worth getting to know, and it's worth it for you to get to know others too, so that we can progress in life and feel growth and achievement, and have just value for each other. Help someone else who's lonely. If you're lonely, there's always a homeless guy or girl. There's always somebody you can encourage and love on. Just love people, and hopefully we can keep that pain and that gravity of loneliness away from our lives, so that we do have good lives, abundant lives. Anyway, love you guys. Have a good night. See you in the next video.